I last year went through what I'm going to call my beret era. Hi everyone, welcome to Style by Lauren Ryder. If you're new here, I'm Lauren. I love thrifting and mixing and matching and playing around with my style. If that sounds good to you, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. In today's episode, I'm doing part 2 of my hat collection. So if you watch my videos, I am definitely a hat girl. I love wearing hats almost every day, and I have amassed quite a collection, so I wanted to share them with you, some of my favorites. My part 1 was all winter hats, but now I just kind of have an array here of vintage, designer, and some thrift finds that I'm going to mix in. So let's go ahead and jump right in. The first hat that I'm going to show, well, first I should start off by saying that I last year went through what I'm going to call my beret era. I loved berets. Like, I don't know what happened, but I decided that I needed to have a million berets, and I was going to wear a beret every day. And this one actually is one of my favorites. So this is a Kenzo beret with a tiger on it, and then I just added a bunch of pins on the side. And I wore this so much last year in the winter, and actually I need to pull this out again because I do love this hat. It's just a black felt beret, and then it's just got the embroidery on it with some pins, and I like how this is kind of almost like schoolgirl feeling. That's kind of the vibe of the Kenzo runway show that this was from. And this was a find from the Real Real. To continue with my beret era finds, this is a Dior denim beret with like netting on the top. And this one, I think I got off Vestiaire a while ago. And this one is fun too. I guess what I like about berets is you can play around with the shape of them. So, you know, you can squish them down. I like wearing them off to the side a little bit. And I love how this one has the net on it. And this one I wear year round because it's denim. I feel like, you know, denim goes all year round, right? So like I said, I went through my beret era. This is another Dior leather beret. Pardon my voice, I'm still getting over a cold here. This is a leather black Christian Dior beret. This one I think was also a Vestiaire find, I want to say a few years ago. And this one is great for the winter time. I like styling them off to the side like that. Just a basic. This next hat is really unique. So this is an Adolfo vintage leopard print hat, and it is huge. Like, if I don't squish it down, it's like, you know, what's happening on my head. It's so dramatic, but I like squishing it down and then styling it with it like kind of back like that. So it still has that very dramatic shape, but it's not as like giant on top of my head. And this one, sometimes I put pins on and stuff too. This was a find from Etsy. This next hat, you guys might have seen me thrift this past year around Halloween, and it is actually a police style cap. I just added a little teddy bear pin off to the side there, and this one is fun. I like how it's got the navy with the black patent leather on it, and like I said, I don't think you can just ever go wrong with hats. I think this was like around $5 or something like that. I'm kind of trying to go through these pretty fast because I have a lot of hats to get through. This next hat is a leather sailor style cap. This one is by Stand Studio. And I think I also went through a phase last year where I just loved sailor caps, and I still very into anything nautical inspired, any nautical details on fashion. And this one, I really like how unique it is. And so this one is a little leather sailor cap. I know Vaquera came out with one too after Stand, and I was so happy that I had this one because let me tell you, this one was way cheaper than the Vaquera version. So this next hat is a Burberry cap here, and this one I got actually from the Burberry outlets in Palm Desert, and I think you might have seen me find this one. I love how it has the little chin strap with the silver details on it. I think that's kind of fun. This is also great for winter, but in the spring, I think it'll be fun to put like a big flower pin off to the side and style it that way. You can also add like some ribbons and bows on it. Someone commented on my last video that they added bows on their hat, and I'm like, oh, that's such a cute idea. This next hat is a Chanel tweed hat. It's kind of ivory and black, and then it's got some gold metallic threading in it. I love the shape of this one. This one I think was from Vestiaire Collective. If you're looking for a good deal on a designer hat, I would highly recommend Vestiaire Collective or The Real Real. You can find some great deals there, and I really enjoy shopping secondhand. And this one I actually like styling backwards. So because the shape is like really boxy and square, I prefer to style it like that. And again, you can always put like a flower pin or something on it, but this one is really fun. This next hat is a Ruslan Baginski sailor cap. I love that this version is not your typical sailor cap. It's tweed, and it's got like the frayed edges on it that makes it a little bit more unique. And this one I got actually from their website. It came from the Ukraine. And just a little nautical inspired hat. This is a sequin vintage knit beanie, and this was an Etsy find. And this one is just almost like nautical inspired too. And I actually have a top that matches it perfectly. So kind of fun. This next hat here, I just got recently at the Fine Art of Design in Palm Desert. And it's by Barney's New York. And what I love about it is it's this black hat with the grommets on it, the silver grommets, but then you can play with the rim. So it's got the wiring in it, so you can play around with the shape, which I think is so much fun. You know, I never say no to a dramatic hat. This next hat is another designer find from Vestiaire Collective. It's this purple Chanel pork pie style hat. I wear this all the time in the spring. I think it's just like the perfect spring hat. And this is also one of the few hats that I have where I don't have to put the little hat inserts in there to make it smaller. It fits my head already, which is like super nice. This hat is a like pirate style hat that I actually got made by an Etsy seller from Italy in Venice. They own a hat shop that has been making hats of all styles for like many, many years. And so when I stumbled upon them, I was like, oh, this is so cool. I love how it's a felt pirate style hat that's in like ivory. And I think it came in a bunch of different colors, but they hand made it. So like they asked for my measurements and everything. And I think it's so cool. You know, last year I was very into my straw pirate style hat in the summer. So I thought I needed more of a winter version. So I love this one right here. It's very dramatic, and like you have to style it the right way with kind of more like a basic outfit, but I think this is kind of fun. I'm going to end with my Gucci leopard print turban hat. So this is made to look like, you know, a turban that you're wearing on your head with like the knot at the top. I love the metallic threading in it, and it's just so interesting. So let me know if you liked this video and me sharing my hats. I always like to see what people collect, and like when they show their handbag collection or something like that. But let me know if you're still interested in these type of videos, because I definitely could do a part 3. I still have more hats, if you can believe it. I'm definitely a hat lady and a collector. But thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, and follow me on my Instagram and TikTok, which are both at Style by L Ryder. And I will see you soon. Bye.